My beloved child, brace yourself, because what I'm about to reveal isn't something the heart accepts easily. Something huge is waiting for you. The silence your special person has wrapped themselves in, the sudden distance, the unread messages, the excuses that feel rehearsed, none of it is random. They didn't wake up one morning and decide to ignore you. No, this avoidance began the moment a truth entered their life that they were too afraid to say out loud. A truth that carries weight. A truth that carries pressure. A truth that carries someone else's decision, not theirs. They are avoiding you because someone in their life, family, authority, or circumstance, has pushed them into a path they never wanted. A path that leads straight toward a marriage they never chose. Amen. Blessing 111. Listen closely, because the real storm begins here. Their heart pulls them toward you, but their world is dragging them somewhere else. They are caught in a decision that was made behind closed doors, in whispered conversations, in rooms you were never allowed to enter. That's why their eyes have changed when they look at you, filled with guilt, fear, and a silent plea you aren't supposed to notice. They're getting married, but not out of love. Not out of desire. Not out of choice. This marriage is a chain, a compromise, a debt, a responsibility, a fear dressed as commitment. And every time they try to talk to you, their heart breaks a little more because you are the one person they never wanted to hurt. You are the chapter they wanted to keep, but fate is trying to tear it out of their story. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 222. Now hear this truth, the one that will flip your breath upside down. Your special person is avoiding you because being near you exposes their real feelings. With you, their mask cracks. With you, their truth leaks out. With you, they feel alive again, and that terrifies them because they're walking toward a marriage their soul is not aligned with. They're marrying someone chosen for them, someone whose name echoes responsibility, not love. And the more this marriage approaches, the more they avoid you, because every moment with you reminds them of everything they're losing. Everything they're sacrificing. Everything they truly want. You are the decision their heart keeps screaming for. But their life is pulling them in the opposite direction. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 333. Before you take your next breath, let me reveal what they've been hiding behind that silence. Something huge is waiting for you. Your special person hasn't been avoiding you out of disinterest, no. They are avoiding you because every time they see your name, their chest tightens with a truth they can't confess. Their family, their community, or a powerful influence in their life has already fixed their marriage with someone else. A deal. A promise. An arrangement made without their approval. And your person is suffocating inside it, unable to tell you because they know the moment they open their mouth, everything will collapse. They're pretending to be strong, pretending to act normal, pretending that this is fine, but deep inside they're breaking in silence. They fear losing you. But they're also terrified of fighting the battle that stands in front of them. Amen. Blessing 444. Let me shake your heart one more time, because this next truth is the blade they've been hiding from you. They still love you. They always did. And that is why the distance hurts them more than it hurts you. They avoid you because if they look into your eyes again, their resolve will shatter. They will choose you. They will run to you. They will break every boundary just to be near you. But the pressure on their shoulders is enormous: family expectations, cultural obligations, emotional blackmail, or a situation where somebody else's happiness depends on their sacrifice. So they choose silence, because silence is easier than confessing that they are walking toward a marriage their heart rejects completely. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 555. Now let me give you the part they never wanted you to discover, and this might shake your audience straight into the comments section. The person they're getting married to knows about you. Yes. That person knows your name, your bond, your value in their life. And that's exactly why they're rushing the marriage. There is jealousy burning beneath this arrangement. There is insecurity. There is fear. Someone is pushing this marriage to happen fast because they can feel your presence in your special person's heart. That's why things suddenly became urgent. That's why everything started moving at lightning speed. They're trying to lock your person before the truth comes out. Before your person gathers courage. Before destiny brings you both face to face again. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 666. Let me take you deeper into the truth, because what you're about to hear will make everything finally click. Something huge is waiting for you. Your special person didn't plan any of this. They didn't wake up one morning and decide, let me walk away from the one who truly understands me. No, this entire situation has been forced, arranged, accelerated. Behind their silence lies a storm of pressure. Someone in their life has been controlling the narrative, shaping the outcome, and pushing them to sever every emotional tie, including you. And your person, caught between duty and desire, has been drowning in guilt. They're avoiding you because the moment they hear your voice, they lose strength. The moment they see your face, the mask cracks. They're avoiding you to protect themselves from choosing you, because their heart would, without hesitation. Amen. Blessing 777. Let me reveal the part they've been hiding even from themselves, the reason their silence feels like betrayal. They believe walking away from you is the only way to keep your life from getting messy. They think distancing themselves will spare you from pain, drama, and conflict. They're carrying a burden they never asked for, a commitment that feels like a cage. Inside their mind, there's a constant war: run toward the person they love, or surrender to the expectations crushing them. And every day, every hour, every minute, they pick the option that breaks their own heart because they think it's protecting yours. That's why the avoidance feels so cold. It's not intentional cruelty, it's silent suffering. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 888. But now comes the twist their world is afraid of, the revelation that flips the entire story upside down. Despite the marriage getting finalized, despite the pressure tightening around them, despite the walls closing in, your person has not let you go. Not truly. They keep checking your profile. They reread your messages. They watch your name appear online and their heart aches in places they cannot describe. They imagine a life with you even when everyone else is forcing theirs in another direction. Their soul is refusing to accept this marriage. Their heart is refusing to surrender you. That's why they avoid you. They fear if they come near you again, they won't just break the arrangement. They'll break the entire world built around them. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 999. Now listen with absolute stillness, because this is the part where everything starts to expose itself. Something huge is waiting for you. Your special person isn't just avoiding you, they're being watched. Yes, every move they make, every call, every chat, every moment of silence is being observed by someone connected to this arranged marriage. That pressure you sensed? It's real. Their family or the other family involved in this marriage has tightened their grip, making sure your person doesn't slip back into the arms of the one they truly love, you. That's why their behavior shifted overnight. That's why they suddenly became distant, guarded, unpredictable. They're afraid that if they reach out to you, everything will explode. Amen. Blessing 1111. Here's the revelation your audience never saw coming, the kind that keeps them glued to the screen. The person your special one is getting married to is deeply insecure, because they can feel the spiritual, emotional, and magnetic connection you share. They know they can't compete with your energy. They know your presence in your special person's heart is too powerful. So they've been rushing the marriage, manipulating emotions, using fear, guilt, and control to seal the bond before truth exposes everything. They don't care about love, they care about winning. They don't care about emotional alignment, they care about ownership. Your person is trapped in a promise that benefits everyone, except them. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 1212. But let me give you the twist that will shake the entire narrative, the part that turns silence into strategy. Your special person isn't avoiding you because they want to forget you. They're avoiding you because they're planning something. They're thinking. They're weighing every consequence. Their heart is begging them to choose you, and their mind is trying to understand how to escape this forced path without hurting the people they're tied to. They're not gone. They're not detached. They're not moving on. They're fighting a silent battle to protect the connection that destiny wrote between you long before this marriage was arranged. That's why they're quiet, because they know if they speak too soon, everything could collapse. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 1313. Let your heart steady itself, because this truth will hit harder than everything before. Something huge is waiting for you. Your special person has reached a breaking point, far beyond what anyone around them realizes. They've spent nights questioning their own decisions, days pretending to be fine, and countless moments staring at their phone wanting to message you but stopping because the weight of their situation feels unbearable. They're avoiding you not because the love faded, but because the love is too strong, too overwhelming, too real. And that realness scares them, because they know one message from you, one conversation, one moment of eye contact, would destroy every plan their family has made. They're scared of choosing you too fast and losing everything they're supposed to protect, yet they're even more scared of losing you forever. Amen. Blessing 1414. Now hear the twist destiny has been hiding, the part that flips their silence into revelation. The closer the wedding date gets, the more restless their spirit becomes. Your person is starting to see signs, dreams, inner awakenings, and emotional pull that keep dragging them back to you. Nothing about this marriage feels right. Nothing sits peacefully in their soul. Deep inside, they know they're walking into a commitment built on pressure, not passion. And every time they try to accept it, their heart rebels. Their intuition screams your name. Their soul aches in your direction. They feel you thinking about them. They feel your absence like a wound. They feel your presence like home. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 15:15. But here comes the revelation nobody is prepared for, the one that will shake your audience into absolute stillness. Your special person is considering walking away from the marriage. Yes, pulling out. Canceling it. Breaking the arrangement, even if the consequences are massive. They are realizing that living a life without love is a slow death. They are realizing that losing you would haunt them forever. They are realizing that no pressure, no arrangement, no family expectation can replace the truth their heart has already chosen, you. That's why they're avoiding you, not because they're gone, but because they're gathering courage. They're preparing for a moment that will change everything. The moment they choose love over fear. The moment they choose you over silence. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 16:16. Hold your breath now, because this next truth will shake the foundation of everything you thought you understood. Something huge is waiting for you. Your special person has begun to push back, quietly, secretly, without anyone noticing. The same people who arranged this marriage are now sensing a shift in their energy. They can feel your person slipping out of their control. That's why the pressure has increased. That's why the timelines are being rushed. That's why everyone around them looks restless. Your special person is avoiding you because they fear that if anyone discovers your connection right now, the situation could spiral into chaos. They're protecting you by staying silent. They're protecting their heart by staying distant. They're protecting the truth of your bond by keeping it hidden until the right moment. Amen. Blessing 17:17. Let me take you inside their mind, because this is where the real storm is happening. Your person is living two lives at once, one they're being forced into, and one their soul has already chosen. And it's killing them emotionally. They rehearse conversations with you in their mind. They imagine what they wish they could say. They draft messages and delete them. They check your name and then look away because their heart starts beating too fast. They feel guilty for hiding the marriage talks. But they feel even more guilty for imagining a future with someone else when their heart belongs only to you. They carry your memory like a secret flame, burning, glowing, refusing to die no matter how much darkness surrounds them. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 18:18. Now comes the revelation that will make your entire audience freeze, because this is where destiny starts interfering. Your person recently had a conversation that changed everything. Someone close to them. Maybe a friend, a sibling, or a confidant, noticed their sadness, their withdrawn behavior, their hesitation about the marriage. And that person asked the question your special one has been terrified to answer. Are you sure this is what you want? That single moment cracked them open. For the first time, they felt seen. For the first time, they admitted, if only silently, that their heart is somewhere else. With you. That question has awakened something inside them. A courage. A fire. A refusal to settle. They're beginning to realize they can't keep sacrificing their happiness to please others. They're beginning to consider choosing love, choosing truth, choosing you, even if the world disapproves. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 1919. Prepare yourself, because what I'm about to reveal will shake the remaining pieces of this mystery into place. Something huge is waiting for you. Your special person is no longer silent out of fear. They're silent because they're making a decision. A life-altering one. The pressure from their family, the expectations chained around their wrists, the marriage arrangement tightening around their future, all of it is starting to crack under the weight of their true feelings. They can't breathe in that world anymore. They can't pretend. They can't force their heart to love someone it was never designed for. And every time they think about stepping into that marriage, your face flashes in their mind like a warning from destiny itself. Amen. Blessing 2020. Let me reveal the moment that shattered their resolve, the exact trigger that made everything inside them shift. They saw something connected to you recently, your picture, your status, your message, your silence, and it broke them. It reminded them of the comfort they felt with you, the honesty you carried, the warmth that no forced marriage could ever replace. It reminded them of late-night conversations, shared dreams, unfinished stories. In that moment, their hearts screamed louder than the voices around them. That's why their avoidance became even stronger. They're scared that if they reach out now, they'll run back to you without thinking, without planning, without caring about the consequences. They're avoiding you because loving you is too easy, and walking away from you is impossible. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 2121. But now comes the revelation destiny kept hidden for the perfect moment, and this is where the audience won't blink. Someone from the other side, someone connected to the marriage, has started sensing the truth. A subtle comment. A jealous glance. A suspicious question. They can feel that your person's heart is elsewhere. And now they're trying even harder to secure the marriage, rushing plans, tightening control, manipulating emotions, and increasing pressure. They know the only threat to their arrangement is you. And that's why your special person is avoiding you harder than ever, because if the truth slips out now, the situation could explode into anger, accusations, and emotional war. Your person is holding everything inside, trying to protect you, trying to prevent drama, trying to keep the storm from touching your life, even though the storm is already shaking theirs. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 2222. Let the truth unfold now, because what I'm about to reveal will pull your audience so deep into the moment that they won't even blink. Something huge is waiting for you. Your special person isn't avoiding you out of coldness. No, they are avoiding you because their entire world is about to collapse under the weight of a decision they never wanted to make. They're getting pushed toward a marriage that feels like a cage, and every step they take toward it feels like betraying their own soul. They avoid you because your presence awakens everything they're trying so hard to suppress: love, desire, longing, hope. And right now, they're terrified of hope, because hope makes them fight. And they're scared of the war that will come if they choose you. Amen. Blessing 2323. Let me reveal the moment that changed the entire direction of their heart, the moment that made them realize they can't escape their feelings for you no matter how far they run. Recently, something happened, a memory resurfaced, a conversation echoed, a flash of your kindness or your voice hit them out of nowhere. And in that moment, they broke internally. They realized the person they're being forced to marry can never reach them where you do. Can never understand them the way you did effortlessly. Can never love them with the depth, loyalty, and energy you naturally carry. That realization scared them so deeply that they began avoiding you even more, not because they wanted distance, but because they feared their own strength would crumble the moment they heard your voice. Because choosing you feels natural. And choosing someone else feels like betrayal. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 24:24. But now comes the twist that flips the entire script, the hidden truth that the other side doesn't want you to know. The person your special one is being pushed to marry has sensed it. They can feel the emotional pull your person has toward you. They can feel the lack of connection. They can feel the hesitation, the reluctance, the forced smiles. And now they're tightening their grip out of insecurity, rushing the marriage, pressuring your person, involving family, speeding up dates, making sure your person has no space to think or breathe. That's why your special one is avoiding you. They don't want you dragged into the tension. They're trying to protect you from someone who views you as the biggest threat to their control. A silent war is happening around them, and you are the one name everyone fears. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 25:25. Now prepare your heart, because this next truth will hit with a force that freezes your entire audience in place. Something huge is waiting for you. Your special person has reached a point where they can no longer fake their emotions. The pressure, the forced smiles, the silence, the expectations, it's all piling up on their chest like a weight they can barely carry anymore. They avoid you because they know if they talk to you right now, every emotion they've buried will come pouring out. You are the doorway to their truth, and right now, they're terrified that stepping through that doorway will destroy the fragile balance they're trying to maintain. They fear losing you, but they also fear losing the people they've grown up trying to please. And that dual fear is tearing them apart inside. Amen. Blessing 26:26. But here's the part that your audience will replay again and again, because it reveals the inner chaos your person can't speak aloud. They keep imagining the moment when they finally tell you everything. The forced marriage. The pressure. The guilt. The confusion. The fear of hurting you. They rehearse that confession in their mind, but every time they get close to actually reaching out, their hands start trembling. Because they know the truth doesn't just come with explanations, it comes with consequences. Their avoidance isn't a rejection, it's a scream for time, space, and clarity. They're trying to understand how to walk away from something that everyone expects them to accept, and walk towards something only their heart understands, you. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 27:27. But now comes the revelation that nobody saw coming, the twist that tightens the entire storyline. Someone from the other side, the family of the person they're supposed to marry, has started noticing the cracks. The hesitation. The lack of excitement. The emotional distance. And now suspicion is rising. Questions are being asked. Eyes are watching more closely. Whispered conversations are happening behind closed doors. The pressure is intensifying because they sense your special person is slipping away. They fear your person might cancel the marriage last minute. And this fear has made them more controlling, more aggressive, more desperate to secure their hold. That's why your person is avoiding you even more. They know that if your name surfaces right now, the situation could explode into confrontation and chaos. They're trying to protect you from becoming the target of someone else's insecurity. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 28:28. Stay absolutely still, because what I'm about to reveal now will flip the entire story into a direction no one expected. Something huge is waiting for you. Your special person has begun to question everything. Their family's intentions, the motives behind this arranged marriage, and even the sudden urgency surrounding it. They're starting to notice details they once ignored, the rushed decisions, the hidden conversations, the pressure disguised as tradition, and the emotional manipulation wrapped in the name of responsibility. They're avoiding you because if they see you right now, they'll break down and confess everything. And they're terrified that telling you the truth will drag you into a battle they aren't sure how to win yet. Their silence is not rejection, it's preparation. Amen. Blessing 29:29. But let me uncover the twist that will shake your entire audience, the realization your special person had just recently. They discovered that the person they're being forced to marry has been influencing their family, pushing narratives, creating emotional traps, and controlling the situation to secure the marriage. This isn't love, it's strategy. It's a grip. It's a competition they're desperate to win. Your person finally understood that the marriage isn't happening because it's right, it's happening because someone else is scared of losing. And what are they scared of losing? Your person's heart, because they know it doesn't belong to them. It belongs to you. This realization has shaken your special person to their core. They're avoiding you because their emotions are overflowing. They're angry, hurt, confused, and deeply protective of you. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 30:30. Now comes the part that will freeze every viewer watching, because destiny has stepped into the story more strongly than ever. Your special person had a moment, a sign, a dream, an intuition, that snapped them awake. Something told them that if they move forward with this marriage, they will lose their true happiness forever. They saw a glimpse of a future where their smile is forced, their laughter empty, and their heart permanently disconnected. And then they saw you, your warmth, your energy, your presence, your connection, and suddenly, everything became clear. They realized that being with you feels like freedom, while being with the other person feels like surrender. That's why they're avoiding you. They need clarity, they need courage, they need time to decide whether they're ready to break every chain holding them back. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 31:31.